Trees are great tripods. How'd that be? Geh unter den Baum. Wir probieren jetzt alle Bäume aus. What if I'm in the shade? Can I step on something? Like I would have like a 3x3. One last try. Maybe like this. Need to step on my toes. Okay. I would say good enough, right? I mean, at some point I gotta start. Perfect is the enemy of the good, so we're just gonna do it here. I tried out so many trees and I'm never like happy. Here is Vienna, but also here is the sun. So I can't really get a nice background and some sun in my face. So I go for like half-seas situation now. And it's not about the video anyway, because today we're gonna talk about IKIGAI. Because I think that I found my IKIGAI. If you have no idea what that is, don't you worry, I'm gonna explain. Now, the first time that I came in contact with this concept was about 2 years ago when I did coaching. Like I had a coach that I paid a lot of money for, and she was, giving me exercises to do, and I was trying to find out what I want to do with my life, right? And she was supposed to help me. And one of the things that she gave me to do was this Japanese thing called IKIGAI, where there are basically 4 elements to it. And then they overlap, and where they all overlap, that's your IKIGAI. And those 4 things, I think I'm gonna Google it, so I don't get this wrong. Okay, that's the graphics that we're gonna use. Those 4 things are things I love, right? So that's pretty obvious. If I love to do something, that could be something that I should do, right? Then also what I'm good at, right? So, I mean, that helps, right? If I'm good at this thing. But those 2 things alone, they're not enough yet. It would also be nice if I could get paid for it, right? Because just because I love something and I'm good at it doesn't mean that I can actually get paid for it. Like for instance, looping, the payment there is like not so easy to get. And yes, now we can discuss if I'm good at looping, but we won't. So that's the paid for. And then the 4th thing is actually something that the world needs, right? So it would make sense for this whole purpose thing if the world would actually also need the thing I work on, right? So those are the 4 things. Something I love, something I'm good at, something I can get paid for, and something the world needs. Now, when I did this exercise, I could list things in each of those 4 things, right? I could list things everywhere. But then she was like, yeah, now you put it together. And then I was like, but this doesn't work. The things that I love, I can't get paid for. The things that I'm good at, no purpose. The world doesn't need that shit. I was completely overwhelmed with I can't. This is a stupid exercise. I don't know how to make this work. I don't know how to find my IKIGAI. I really had no idea. So I forgot about that thing again and proceeded going on with my life. And then I find myself at University of Applied Sciences here in Vienna teaching. Because teaching is something I actually love to do. Or maybe at least like. I mean, the standing in front of students and teaching them, that I love. But there's like so many other things that I don't. But anyway, let's not get too much into detail here. I'm fairly good at that. And I get paid for it. I'm not getting paid super well, but I'm getting paid. Also, the world kind of needs that. Because like if we want to progress in like a technology kind of era, then the more people understand technology, the better. So, the world needs it. Like the world needs people teaching other people how to do computer science. So I almost had the 4 things, but then I'm still unhappy. Why? Well, first of all, because I don't love all of it. It's like, I love the teaching. I don't love answering the emails of my students. I don't love so many other things. And also, I am getting paid for it, but I'm not getting paid well enough for it, where I'm like, okay, I can have a comfortable life. No, it's like I have to save all my money if I want to live off of that. yeah, that's kind of not quite the Ikigai. We're getting closer though. I continued living my life. When was the last time I gave you an update? I think it was when I came back from Paris. After the hacker house in Paris, I also went to another one in Krakow. And by that time I already had like the grant for making videos. Point is, I enjoyed my summer because I went to hacker houses, but then suddenly the summer was over and I was like, what? The summer is over? Like, I wanted to have a nice summer here in Vienna with the Kultursommer and whatnot, and that's all over and now I gotta teach again. And I'm like, what? Where did my summer go? I didn't feel like I had vacations because I went to hacker houses. That's the problem of working 3 jobs simultaneously and only getting paid for one, really, and potentially getting paid for another one. But that I also need to discuss with my boss before I can actually do that. And I've sent her the email and I did not get any response yet. She was like, yeah, didn't have time to check that out yet. Same with my raise. Anyhow, coming back to that Ikigai, right? So FH, my current job is not quite it. Getting close. But now I'm imagining the other thing that I want to do. Developer relations at Solana Foundation. Because that could really be my Ikigai. First of all, I really fucking love Solana and working with it and learning about that. And I think in that job I could totally do that. Like right now when I'm making those videos, I really learn a lot about Solana. Solana! And I like that because that's something that I really enjoy doing. And the video making, I also enjoy that. I just need to be careful not to have to do things that I don't want to do. Like for instance, I know from myself that I really don't like to write documentation. I'm not a text kind of guy. I really prefer video. That's why we're always doing videos here. Or audio is also okay. I can make a podcast about that topic, but don't make me write about it. So I need to make sure that that's not amongst the tasks that I do. I can teach, I can go to places and hold workshops and whatnot. That I like. It would also give me more freedom actually. That's a nice plus. But yeah, so that's something I really love. It's something I'm good at as well. Like, I've studied computer science for 10 years. I'm pretty, like, the basics I have down, right? Like, I understand CS. And since blockchains are so nice and deterministic, I really enjoy it. Like, that's contrary to, say, artificial intelligence or something where it's like experimenting. I don't like that so much. But this deterministic, the serialized data, and I love data, fun fact. I really like that. And I have my head wrapped around the accounts model. I know what PDAs and CPIs are. Like, I understand this shit. I wouldn't trust myself to write a proper program that does security critical stuff because I'm not that far yet. But for developer relations, I don't think I need that. My impression from the other people in developer relations is actually that they are less technical than me. So I think there I'm well equipped. Also from the way I am as a person, like I'm very social and I really like to be in front of people, which for somebody facing people is a good trait, right? So I can present, I can hold workshops, I enjoy being with people. So that thing, being good at it, I think I got down as well. Can I get paid for it? Oh yeah. I think Solana Foundation has quite some money and they're paying their deferrals pretty well. From what I've heard, I don't actually have numbers, but quote, they take care of you pretty well. So must be better than what I get here at university. Fun fact, I even had a job interview with one of the HR people of Solana Labs. So there's labs, there are the engineers developing all the, blockchain stuff, like the base layer, where I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this. I don't see myself as a software engineer. We found out that I don't want to sit in front of the laptop and code all day. But I wanted a job interview with them anyway, because I wanted to figure out what the salary is and what kind of contracts they do. That wasn't so successful. I didn't get any numbers or concrete things. But turns out the guy who does HR for labs also does HR for Solana Foundation, because Solana Foundation doesn't have anybody for that themselves. So he was like, yeah, just send me your resume and I will forward that to the people of DEFRA. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. And it sounded really like there might not be any open positions at the moment, but if there is something, and usually he said, the hiring comes from the there is somebody who does something and then we drag them in. Anyway, so there's not like there's open positions, but they just grab the people from where they see there are people to grab or something. So I want to be grabbable. So that was fun. I already had my job interview with them. But anyway, for now I still have that other job. So they're getting paid. He said he imagines that I will earn much better with them than I do now. He doesn't know what I earn now, but he said that he can't imagine that it would be worse. Like, I also can't imagine that, but I also want it to be significantly better. Because, I mean, my job here is super chill, don't get me wrong. Like, my 6 hours a day, like today, I have a free morning. Then I gotta teach from 12 to 6, pretty much straight, but that's okay. So it needs to really pay off that I do this. But then also, I love it and I'm good at it and I get paid. And the whole, does the world need it? I would argue, and it's only about me anyway, that yes, the world needs that. Because that's, like, that technology I can really see as being used in the future for all sorts of things. From payments to proof of ownerships to whatever. Like, there's so much cool stuff happening in that space. I want to be part of this. And also, I like the Solana blockchain. Like, some people give shit to like blockchains or NFTs because they're not environmentally friendly. Well, Solana is better there. First of all, because of their consensus. Secondly, because they do carbon offsets. And thirdly, I would argue that it's fair for what they do, right? Because a Google search is also not carbon free. And whether you do a transaction now or two Google searches, I mean, same, right? Nobody complains about Google apparently. And I also use it all the time without thinking about it. So I can bump out my Solana transactions. I'm fine with that. And yes, I do think that Solana in general is needed, and also my job in developer relations, because without devs, the whole ecosystem is gonna die. And so onboarding more people and helping them out in the beginning is valuable. I mean, of course, you will also onboard a few people who do like stupid stuff and scam other people and whatnot. That's just part of the noise. But I hope that the majority of people actually build something productive and something that is valued and brings the whole world further and whatnot. I think I would even have a bigger impact as a Solana DevRel than I have here at university, even though here I teach proper students and I teach like 100 people each semester. But with Solana Foundation, potentially with my videos, I reach even more people. So yeah, purpose and it being needed is also there. So there I would argue I have my IKIGAI. Now, I don't have that job yet, admittedly, but in my head, I'm gonna get that job. Easy. Like, in my head, I already have that job. I don't have it yet, but in my head, it's all already settled. On Thursday, I'll have a call with Jacob. He's the head of DevRel at Solana Foundation. And then there's another guy even above that, but first, talk to Jacob. And I will talk to him about the videos that I made and how I see us going forward, and that I'm gonna make more and how we can, do that. Possibly without getting another grant, but maybe me working as a contractor or something like that. Maybe pumping out a video a week or something. That could work. So I start as a contractor, and then eventually I might go full time when I have quit that job that I currently have, which from current perspective I'm gonna do. Cause here's the thing, it's been a while since I talked with my boss about me not having enough money and wanting more and stuff, and she still didn't get back to me, even though I poked her a few times. But she was like, nah, don't know yet, don't know the budget yet. And I'm like, it's now September already. Still have the same. So this is not looking too good. And even if I were to get a raise, it's probably just a few €100, and then I'm probably gonna say, this is still not enough. So I don't really feel heard, and really they just don't have enough money. That's the problem. They would give me more if they had anyway, but they don't have. So they can't. So they need to, base their decisions on the budget they have. And so I'm gonna quit. The other thing is I had a meeting with my new boss because my old boss actually retired. So, well, there's the boss that is responsible for budget, and there's the boss responsible for what I do, like which things I teach, the Kompetenzfeldleiter. So that boss recently retired and I have a new one here now. Cool guy, I like him. And I told him about all of that and that I'm thinking about quitting. And he was like, yeah, I mean, I can't even argue against that. And that's not his area, right? He can't pay me more. But he's trying to get me into the lectures that I want to teach and also get me into the blockchain area. Because that's what I said I want to do. And it's true, I want to do blockchain. But then in my head, it's more, I want to do Solana, right? And even if I do blockchain projects at university, it's either a medical background or like some other things where they use a little bit of blockchain. And that's not I mean, I do it, but then it's not really what I want to do. It's not that I'm getting excited about doing this. And I got that feeling when he talked about that. Those are the things we can do, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, we can do, but it's the same with the teaching. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. The whole job is like, yeah, it's nice, and it's not great. And I want to aim for great. Perfect is the enemy of the good, I said. But still, I'm still young, I tell myself, and I want to try stuff. And that's why I'm quitting my job every 2 years and try something new. I now know how it is to teach at university. I got it. And if I do it for 3 more years, it's not gonna change much. Like, I'm not gonna learn much more in terms of figuring out what I want to do with my life. So I need to quit that again and try that Solana thing until I figure out that that's also absolutely not what I want. Or that I figure out, wow, this is how I want to spend my life. Realistically, it's not how I'm gonna spend my life, because things develop so quickly in that space that I will be there for a few years, and then either I'm gonna get hired by some other Web3 company that wants to drag people out, and me being like, oh, I'm done this long enough now I can do something else again. Or Solana goes down altogether, although I don't think that would happen, but it could happen, of course. You know, things change so quickly in that space that I don't want to plan further ahead than 2 years. But yeah, I definitely want to at least try. Backup plan, I can always be self-employed and do my own things. Because with my YouTube videos, I have so many people asking me for help, and most of them I can just, if it's not an easy quick fix, I need to turn down and say, I don't have the capacity to help you, even if you were paying me. Fun fact, I'm now self-employed. Did I tell that last time? Not sure, but now I'm self-employed. And I legally am allowed to consult other people and develop stuff for them. I mean, legally in terms of Austria, the university still doesn't want me to do that, but what are they gonna do? Throw me out? Well, I'm gonna quit in 2 months anyway. Because I don't want to quit during the semester. I'm not gonna be that kind of an asshole. I will quit in November, such that I leave end of February where the semester ends. So I can still get all my exams done and everything, and then just leave quietly without starting the next semester. Because if I were to quit now, then I am done in December, and then somebody needs to jump in for me for the last 2 months. And that's always annoying. I mean, I had to do that for a colleague of mine, and that's like, because I had no idea what they do. So that's never nice. And I want to be nice. I don't dislike the people at university. I don't dislike my job. I find it okay. It's pretty chill. If I were to just do that, I would have a super nice life. Thing is, I don't just do that because it just doesn't pay me well enough that I can afford to just do that. So I do videos on the sides, and I do a little bit of consulting, and gotta pay the bills, yo. I mean, I live alone. I have to pay the entire household, so. And I also don't really save money. I'm like spending, going eat twice a day. But that's a whole different story. So, conclusion. I found my IKIGAI. In my head I already have that job. That's why in my head I'm already spending money like I have it. Because in my head I'm like sure that I will get that job and have enough money. Is that healthy? I don't know. But it works for me so far. And I have a strict timeline. I'm gonna quit in November, the latest. And I'm gonna, unless my boss really comes to me and is like, hey, no, we don't want you to quit. Here's great salary. I'm like, okay, that's not gonna happen. Like, Also, it's not a bad set. They really don't pay bad. Like they pay a lot better than schools. They pay a lot better than average. The average Austrian definitely earns less than me. They probably still earn less than me with me working 30 hours. But they pay bad in terms of my qualifications, which are 2 master's degrees in computer science. So with that, I mean, I can ask for more at companies or the Solana Foundation. But FH Technicum just doesn't have more, so they can't. So we gotta change. And maybe I come back in 2 years, right? That's also why I don't want to be an asshole now, such that it take me back, like if I choose to. I mean, that's also a valid strategy. Quit now, work 2 years, earn good money there, that I have a bunch of money again, such that I can take the chill job again. Which is, you know, a fine strategy. We could totally do that. If I don't like working as a DevRel anymore, because the traveling is too much, or I don't like working remote, or I don't like whatever. We will see. But for now, the plan is I'm gonna quit. I already told my colleagues that I'm gonna quit, and they were like, yeah, I mean, we don't even want to stop you because it makes sense, right? We're also just here because we love to teach, not because the salary is good. We will see. Still have 2 more months to make that decision. And until then, I pretty much want to have a concrete plan of how I proceed with Solana Foundation, because I don't want to quit without having something else. Even though I have my self-employment, but I want the thing to be with Solana. And that's why I'm having a call with Jacob. And then I'm going to have a call with Chase again, and then it's all going to fall in place. It's all going to work. It's all going to be great. And I'm going to have enough money to live a comfortable life and work on something I love, that I'm good at, that I'm paid for well, and that the world also needs. Yeah, I'll keep making those videos and keep you updated. I didn't tell my boss that is responsible for the finances about that thing yet, that I'm gonna definitely quit. Well, definitely. I still hold it open. If she's like, no, we really need you, then I'm like, yeah, but then you really need to pay me. So we'll see. For now, I focus on the Solana things. That's why I'm also super enthusiastic about making those videos, pumping them out. Way more enthusiastic than doing anything for university. Because university, whatever I do, I keep my job, kind of. But for Solana, I really need to do such that they see that I'm good at this, and that I do shit, and that I'm present. I mean, that's also why I'm a lot on Twitter and just liking their tweets and commenting, even if it's just shit posting. It's about the fact that I am present, that I am there, that they see me, that they see that I exist and that I'm active in that space, even if I'm just shit posting. That will help me get that job, I think. And so far I have good standing, I think, and good chances of actually working as a DevRel. I don't think there's anybody in Europe, actually. They just hired one for India, got one in Africa, got US is covered. I don't know where Joe is, I think also US based. So Europe needs a Solana DevRel, and I am here. Just saying, Jacob and Chase should totally hire me starting March 2023, because until then let's say February, because in February I'll take all my vacations. Cool, that's it. That's my update here from the top hill of Vienna. You go make a backup and find your IKIGAI. And then I shall see you in a few months, where I can give you another update if I already quit and got that job as a DevRel or as a contractor for Solana Foundation. That would all, as a contractor, I have more freedom to not do the things that I don't want to do, because I can just say, no, I'm just not gonna do that. Or when it comes to videos, I can also let somebody else edit it, like I do now. Like with a grant, I get the money in, and I pay my editor to edit the videos. And I pay them well, because I'm a good person. I pay them 30 euros an hour. So the budget is already tight with those 5 videos, and I'm gonna make 6 because I can. And the first module is done. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the other channel if you're at all interested in Solana development. Yeah, check out the other videos that I also made on this channel. Thank you for sticking around for my journey here. I enjoy my life right now. I'm really happy with my life. Still missing that girlfriend thing, but that's one thing after the other. I'm now fixing the job thing, and then I'm gonna be happy with that, and then I'm gonna be ready for receiving someone. That's my plan. Okay, I'm gonna step down from my toes because this is getting exhausting. And yeah, see you in the next video. No, but I'm good. Like overall, I'm super happy with my life right now. This is, it's really getting in the right direction, I think. With me being more clear on what I want and what I don't want, my job at FH anymore, I don't hate it, but I don't want it enough to keep it, so I'm breaking free of it. Am I a quick quitter? Yes, but I still think that's the right thing for me to do. So I'm gonna do that. And with making it more clear to me that this is the path I want to go, I'm definitely gonna quit, which is now in my head. I'm definitely gonna quit, and I'm definitely gonna get that job at Solana Foundation. That's just the most likely scenario in my head. So that's already, it feels already, it's real life, and I'm feeling good like that. So apparently my feeling tells me that's what I want to do, so that's what we're gonna do. Bam! Ikigai. Found it, finally. Only took 3 years. Better late than never.